So now that the season has wrapped, how do you feel about Spartacus as a whole, looking back at the journey you've taken with this character?
I mean, this is it's an incredible journey for everybody. I mean, he's an incredible story. And the fact that, you know, through 2,000, just over 2,000 years later, he's still so relevant and being made into these incredible grand stories is awesome. And, I mean, a testament to Stephen's writing. He's incredible. But you know, I'm finishing up this journey that's taken two people to complete, you know, and that's humbling. And it's, you know, I was told very early on this is like a family, and it's really crazy to think that that family is sort of breaking apart. But it's been pretty incredible, this journey, and I feel like it's really going to be ending strongly, you know, like it's just going out on its own terms in its own way, and no holds barred. They throw on the kitchen sink at this thing, and they've literally, I remember having conversations on set with directors or stunt coordinators, and they're just like, what haven't we done that we need to do before this finishes? Whether it's storytelling, visual style, action moves, set pieces, and they just went out of their way to do whatever they could to make sure that they left everything on the table in this show, and that's a pretty cool feeling to be a part of. Everyone was really amped about that, so that's exciting.
And since we're from the Greek border, and you know, Spartacus is a very important person for us in Greece.
It's a Thracian, yeah.
I would like to ask you what kind of reading you might have done, or what kind of ancient Greek historians you might have read in order to create the character.
Yeah, I actually, it was amazing for me. I used to dream as an actor that I would get a role set in the Roman Republic, because I loved that period so much. From a kid, I used to you know, study it and play video games about it, all kinds of things, you know. And so for me, the opportunity to have this character that, you know, he's so wonderful historically, because he's one of those few characters you don't have that much about him, and you know, you've got a lot of gaps in the history. So there's kind of, he did this maybe, or he did this, and he was from here maybe, or he's from here. Like there's ideas that you know, he's from sort of modern day Bulgaria or lower. He actually was Greek, or that he maybe was Roman. You know, and so you make sort of certain choices that inform your character that you do, and then there's, you know, just so much. He's a real legend, but you get to create him like afresh every time. Like Kirk Douglas, I think, pretty much defines the modern Spartacus, because he filled in the blanks first in the popular culture. So what I've loved in this show is I've had him and I've had Andy Whitfield as two wonderful emotional guides for that character. And then you've got, you know, Plutarch, and you've got anyway, you know, you've got so much history to draw on. And I mean, unlike Caesar, who has so much written about it, you know, you can really get a sense of his character. With Spartacus, you see what he's done, and you make decisions on whether he's a good guy or he's a bad guy. Did he rape and pillage villages, or did he, you know, did he save all these people and save all these slaves? And you make certain choices that inform where you go. And
are you looking forward maybe to going to the actual place where he came from Thrace, Greece? You know.
Absolutely. You know what? I'd love to go through all of that southern part of you know, of Italy, and then through Greece. I've always wanted to go to Greece. And again, my stunt double was from Bulgaria. You know, so all that whole region where he's from, traveled to, or was you know, rumored to be from, or I would love to see all these places and just get a feel for how life may have been. I mean, it's changed, you know, comparably in 2,000 years, but just to feel that energy would be wonderful, right?
And one personal question. One more?
Just one quick one, is that right?
I mean, we know this sad event that happened during that season. Unfortunately, that actor is not anymore with us.
Andy,
how does it feel as an actor to have to play and come maybe in your shoes and have to play a character that was played by somebody that was lost in such?
If I could do anything to bring him back, you know, that's what this is all about, right? And
do you feel a responsibility towards him?
You know, going into this, I mean, first of all, when I was going for it, I thought I'd never get it. So I didn't have to think about it. And then suddenly someone says, you know, that role is yours. And then you suddenly realize you've got this legacy to continue. And it's a beautiful thing. Like, it's so hard. And I just hope against hope that I've honored him in some way. You know, his performance in Spartacus is beautiful. And I loved it when I was a fan before all this happened, you know. And so all of us, this last season is really about channeling and our best performances to do honor to such a wonderful man, you know, and I hope we've done it.